Hello and welcome to this 15-minute beginners Pilates class. We're going to start up in standing, so you take a moment just to bring your feet hip distance apart. I like to do this by turning my toes out and then bringing my heels in line. Have a little rock forwards and backwards, just transferring the weight from your heels to your toes. And then settle down with your weight equally balanced between your big toe, your little toe and your heel on either side. Imagine someone's got a hair from the top of your head and is gently pulling you up towards the ceiling. Each time we breathe in, we grow a little bit taller. And on that breath out, we try and maintain that height. Good. From here, bring your hands onto your hips. And I want you just to allow the hip bones to roll forwards. So we create an arch in our back. And then tuck the tailbone under, as if you're pulling on a pair of jeans that are a little bit too tight. Tuck the bottom under and tilt the pelvis forwards. And back. Good. Just seeing how far you can go in each direction today. And then start to make that movement a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller until we find that middle point between the two of those extremes of the movement. This is our neutral spine and what we're going to be trying to maintain during our next few exercises. We're going to gently engage through the core as if you're tightening up a belt by one notch, just gently drawing the tummy muscles in. Relax the arms down by your side, give the shoulders a little shrug and a roll backwards. And then we're going to bring our elbows in by our sides, palms facing up towards the ceiling. We're going to take the hands out, keeping the elbows drawn down in towards the waist, and bring the hands back. Good. Coming out and in. Good. Bring your awareness back to your breath, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. We're just thinking when we take those palms out, squeeze the shoulder blades down and gently together. Relax as they come back. Little squeeze. And come back. Good. Lovely. Let's do one more. And this time take the arms up to shoulder height. And then we come back. Lovely. Brilliant work, everyone. Going to do two more here. Hands out, arms up, elbows in, hands back. Lovely. Last one. And come back. Brilliant. So that's given ourselves a little warm up around the shoulders. From here, we're going to move down to our toes. So gently rolling up onto our tiptoes and lowering back down. Really just making this movement from the ankle. If it helps, you can float the arms up and down at the same time. If you'll find your balance is a bit off, by all means have a chair or do this stood next to a wall or by a kitchen countertop. Good. Lovely work. If you've got the space, by all means take the arms up and overhead. I'm a little bit limited today by my ceiling. Good. Trying to maintain that neutral spine position. Don't allow the arch in the back to increase as the arms lift. Lovely. Let's do two more here. And last one. Good. Lovely. Drop the heels down. This time we're going to bend the knees and come into a little squat position. So knees heading out over the second toe. Bottom sitting back as if we're sitting back into a chair. Allow the arms to float up to shoulder height. And come up. Lovely. Bring your awareness back to the feet again. Is the weight going down between your big toe, your little toe, and your heel on either foot? Or do you find you bring your weight onto your heels or onto your toes? Good. Lovely. Sitting that bottom back, hinging at the hips. We're going to go for four more here. Breath out. Breath in. Good. Last two. This last one, we're going to hold down, holding down, and we're going to do some little pulses. So lower, lift, lower, lift, only moving maybe an inch. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lovely. Straighten out. Give the legs a little bit of a walk out if they need it. From here, let's move into a little roll down movement. So come to the end of your mat. Again, feet hip distance apart. We've got knees nice and soft. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose. Growing tall, breath out, we're rolling forwards. Head dropping down. Arms nice and heavy, pulling you down. Keep the knees soft. By all means, if it is more comfortable, you can bring your hands onto your thighs and gently roll down this way. Or if you're comfortable, allow the arms to hang heavy. When you reach the bottom, maybe just have a little sway side to side. And then on your next breath out, we're going to tuck the tailbone under and start to roll our way back up. Good. Breath in at the top. Breath out, rolling forwards. Arms pulling you down. It's almost like a rag doll. Good. Again, have a little sway at the bottom. Keep those knees nice and soft. Breath in at the bottom, breath out, restacking our way back up. Coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. Lovely. One more here. Breath out, rolling forwards. Lovely. And we're going to come down onto our backs. We're going to have our feet hip distance apart and just take a moment to find that neutral spine position like we did in standing. So see how far you can tilt either way and then settle at that midpoint. From here, we're going to have a go just lifting one leg up in tabletop. So floating one foot up and then lowering it back down. Keeping the hips nice and level as we do this. Good. Lovely. Floating one leg. Opposite leg stays nice and steady. We're keeping that neutral spine position, so we might have a little gap underneath the lower back, but that will stay the same as we're moving. Good. Lovely. Let's do one more on either side. And then bring both feet back down. From here, we're going to take one knee out to the side, keeping the other leg nice and still. So if we start with our left leg, the left knee just drops out to the side, right knee staying nice and still. Good. Bring the left knee back in. Right knee drops out to the side. Lovely. Alternating sides here. Really thinking about keeping the static leg, so that leg that's not moving, as still as you can. Imagine you have got a glass of water just placed on the top there. Good. Lovely. If this feels nice and easy, let's have a go coming up into tabletop. So we float one leg up, knees at 90, shins parallel to the ground, and then we take that leg out to the side and come back. Lower down, let's switch sides. Up to tabletop. Breath out as that leg comes out. And lovely. Keep on alternating sides. Good. I know Pilates breaths can be quite confusing. So as long as you keep on breathing out, that's the important bit, so that everyone forgets to do. We'll focus on breathing in and then holding our breath. So make sure, breath out. Good. Lovely. Let's do one more on either side. And then I'll give you another version. So this time, if that felt nice and steady and easy, let's try floating a second leg up to tabletop. Use that breath out as that second leg comes up. And then we take one knee out to the side and come back. Good. Opposite leg. Now, if you find that you're really arching through your lower back or your tummy muscles are really doming up towards the ceiling, come back down, work with just one leg. If you are able to maintain that neutral spine position, stay up in doubles. We're going to see if we can do 2 more to either side. Good. Lovely. Last one to either side. And then gently lower down the legs. Find your neutral spine position again. Have a little tilt forwards and back. And then settle out that midpoint. If it helps, bring your hands onto your hip bones. We're going to move into our single leg stretch. So floating one leg up into tabletop, knees over the hip, shin parallel to the ground. And then we're going to extend that leg away and come back and gently lower. Opposite leg lifts. Extend away. Come back and lower. Good. Lovely. If you find you get a little bit clicky or clunky around the hips, maybe try pushing out with your heel. It tends to help get the bottom muscles engaging a little bit more. Push away, push, 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 push. Good. Lovely. And again, if this feels nice and easy, maybe we take the second leg up to tabletop and we have a go, extending one leg at a time. But again, check that neutral spine. Are you now arching? Are your tummy muscles popping up towards the ceiling? If so, come back down. Work with just the single leg while we build that strength and endurance of your core muscles. Good, lovely. Let's do one more on either leg. And then gently lower down. Good, we're going to bring the knees into the chest. Have a little rock forwards and back. Have a little stretch for the back. Good, and then gently lower down, one leg at a time. Excellent. From here, we're going to bring our heels nice and close towards our bottom and move into a couple of bridges. So here we're tucking the pelvis under, rolling our way up. Hold for a breath in. Gently lower down on your breath out. Good. Breath in at the bottom, breath out, tucking the tailbone, rolling our way up. Now here we're keeping our shoulder blades in contact with the mat. Our rib cage stays relaxed and down. We're not pushing our ribs up as high as possible. Good. We're thinking about moving segmentally, so our lower back starts to roll up first, then coming through our thoracic spine, or the spine attached to our rib cage. Good, lovely. Let's do 2 more here. Rolling up, hold for a breath at the top, gently lowering down on that breath out. Good, last one. And gently lowering down. Good, from here, bring those knees into the chest again, have a little rock forwards and back. And then we're going to come into a little glute stretch. So crossing one ankle across the opposite knee. And then gently push that knee away from you. If you need to, you can increase that stretch by bringing your hands behind the thigh or even over the shins. And we're just going to push this knee away from us until we feel a nice stretch going down into our bottom muscles. And on each breath out, we're seeing if we can gently relax into that stretch a little more. Good. Lovely, one more here. And then switch sides. Again, just relaxing into that stretch on each breath out. See if you pull in just a little bit more. Good. Last breath here. And then we're going to gently lower the legs and come back up to sitting. So from here, either sitting on your bottom or on your heels. So we're going to come into a little side stretch. So placing one hand down on the side, opposite arm comes up and over. If you can, sinking down onto your elbow, your forearm. Breathing in, feeling that stretch across the outside of your body. Good. And then floating back up over to the other side. Again, if you can, sinking down onto your elbow. If not, propping up on the hand. Lovely. Allow the neck to go soft, maybe looking down towards your knee. Good, we'll do one more either side. Good, each time breathing out, sinking into that stretch. And then coming back to centre. Give those shoulders a nice little roll back. And then give yourself a round of applause. Thank you very much for joining me on the mat today. I hope you've had fun and I hope to see you back again soon. For more information on our classes, you can look at our links on YouTube. They should be here and here.